Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I'm going to be making a tier list of the supporters from the Scarlet and Violet era. Let's make these portrait. Tier maker, I think I covered this in the last tier list, but they changed stuff around a little, which is a little annoying. I suppose it's good, but I don't know. I think it saves like storage space for them, which is fine, but it makes the process a little more annoying. Anyway, so we're hopping into this. These are Scarlet and Violet supporters, including the new ones from Paradox Rift. For these, I'm going to look at translations, and I honestly don't remember what all of them do. Or even the weaker standard supporters, I pretty much remember what they do, but not all of them. So let's just hop straight into it. First of all, we got, is that Rourke or something? Yeah, Rourke. Draw two, put a basic energy from your disco palette into your hand. I think this is, and we're going S through F. I think this is probably C tier. It's not like pure trash, but it's not a supporter I'd choose to use, as obviously it doesn't draw very much or recover very much, so it's not the strongest at either, but I wouldn't be shocked if this is playing a deck here or there. Next up, we got Norman. Oh, these are alphabetical, aren't they? Wait, there we go. Okay, I was like, I missed it. Norman, draw two. If your opponent's active as an EX, draw two more. It's okay, but I think it's kind of outclassed by some cards. And overall, again, kind of weak. And not card people are looking to play either. Draw 4 just isn't even that desirable, and obviously draw 2 is awful. So, yeah, I think Norman here is going to be end up in D tier. And the I don't know the order of these cards. Honestly, I have no idea how tier maker is ordering them. But yeah, next up we got, I don't even know who the supporter is. It's Chantal. What is it? Chantal. So flip a coin if heads switch. If heads gust. If tails you switch. But that's pretty bad. You'd always rather play for boss over this. This is F tier. I would not ever recommend anyone to play this supporter. And keep in mind, well, this is not all the supporters. I'm comparing them to the supporters that we have around now as well. Next up, we got, is that Parasol Lady? Yeah. So shuffle your hand to your deck, draw 4. If you go second, you shuffle to 8, but there isn't great shuffle draw right now, I'll admit, but you could use this with Luminion, but I don't know. I just don't think this card's very good. I'm also going to put it in D tier, so I probably don't play that one. Next we got Larry. I know what Larry does, but I'll read it off just to make sure. It says on a coin flip, if head search for two Pokemon of like any type, can be basic, stage 1, or whatever, and then reveal and put into your hand. And if tails, you just get a basic and put into your hand, which is all right. I'll put this one in C. It's not that good. It probably won't ever see any play because its power level isn't very. Its power level is okay, but it's super swingy and not a great supporter. I don't think it'll see any play, but I don't think it's pure. Like if we didn't have Ball Stretch, it'd be playable. Bill's Transfer. I don't remember what Bill's Transfer does. Bill's Transfer is in the format, isn't it? That was in 151, which I've lost. Oh, this is also alphabetical. Build transfer, look at the top 8, and then reveal any number of Pokemon you find, then put into your hand, and shuffle your deck. I think this is a pretty underwhelming card. I'll put it in D tier. Daisy's Help does, let's see, what's Daisy's Help do? This is draw 2, look at your face down prizes. I haven't seen this seeing any play, but I think people are gonna run it. I'll drop it in C next to Rourke. I think that's fine. I know some people will definitely like the card, but I don't think its value is that high. Erica's Invitation is a gust. Well, it's like Manaphy, but I don't think most of you know what that Manaphy does. Some you do certainly, but not all of you. It like drags a basic from your opponent's hand onto the bench and then brings into the active. But if it fails to hit up something from their hand, it doesn't gust. That being said, it's still a very solid card. I'll put it in B tier. As it's a decent control card. It's not my personal favorite. It's just okay in my opinion. Okay for like a playable card. It's definitely playable, but it's not like super broken. I know there's some people who really like this card, but I think it's a solid B tier, which is not bad. Arvin, classic, searching for a tool and an item. I was like, what is it? Yeah, it's a tool and an item. Which can be actually very good. I'm going to bump this up to A. We got, especially with some new tool cards coming out in the next set that are very, very solid. In addition to the insanely good Force Seal Stone, you have a number of very solid tool targets to hit off of Arvin. And of course, grabbing an item is essentially always good as well, because items can do a lot. Notably, you can search any Pokemon, or pretty much any Pokemon. I suppose Ultra Ball does literally search every Pokemon. And then we got Giovanni's Charisma. This one accelerates, so it removes energy from your opponent, then accelerates one to your active. I'm gonna put this one in A as well. I think it's a very good card, but in the current meta, it's not like super strong. I think at some point this card's gonna end up being like super meta defining, but right now it's not great right now. But I think like within context, but it's just like a card in a vacuum. It's insane in my opinion. Brassius, what is Brassius? I don't remember this one. So Brassius here. Oh, so count the number of cards in your hand, shuffle that in, and then draw that plus one, which I believe means it's like the same number of cards as you had in your hand before. So because like you play Brassius, but then you add one back. So yeah, Brassius here is going to be it's not garbage. Is it as good as is it as good as I mean it's worse than Erica's. Is it good enough to be um B I'll put it in C. No one's like really gonna play that card. It's outclassed. Next up, we got ourselves Gita. Gita accelerates 200 from your deck to one of your Pokemon, and then it ends your turn. I've heard talk this card. I don't think it's super good right now, but it's a playable card and allows you to do some funny combos. Well, actually, sorry, it doesn't end your turn. It means you can attack, which is similar, but obviously not the same. So yeah, I think Gita is gonna be B. It's a very solid card, but a bit swingy. Same thing with Poppy. I'll actually put above. It's above Gita. This is like ordered, but as usual, the tiers aren't like what's in a tier doesn't matter that much. But Poppy allows you to move 20 from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. Originally, I thought, and I think a lot of other people thought this card was going to be trash, but it's actually okay. Allowing you to set up some interesting combos with, I mean, various things. It just allows you to have more versatility. It's a decent card. Ortega, I don't remember what Ortega does. Let's see. Your opponent reveals a hand, and then you choose a card you find there and put it on the bottom of your deck, and then they draw a card. So this is a control card, but not a very good one. It's not garbage. I'll put it in. Um, I'll put it in like somewhere in the middle of C tier. Right? It's not great, but it's not pure trash. Rhyme is which is this? Is this a disruption? Oh, it's 3, and then you switch your opponent's active to the bench. This one's all right. Honestly, I think Rhyme is it's a well-balanced supporter. I'd probably put it in the top of C. I wouldn't be shocked if it sees play at some point, kind of like Daisy's Help. So I think it's decent. Not like good enough to see play, but it's theoretically you could play it, and I wouldn't say that's an awful choice, but I wouldn't put more than one in unless you have some weird reasoning. Team Stargate removes an energy from your opponent's active. That puts it back on top of the deck, which is decent. I think this card's going to end up in B. Could I put it? Yeah, I'll put it in, honestly, the top of B. I think it's a decent card for control. It's not a card I play. Actually, no, control doesn't have the tools it really needs to use a card like this, so I'll just leave it in B. It's a decent card. I'd say, better than Yell Grunt, worse than Flare Grunt, and, yeah, there's other ones like it. There's stuff like Crushing Hammer, too, but, Star Grunt's okay. That's pretty decent. Level. Allows you to search for 3 basic Pokemon with 120 HP or less and put them into your hand. And then it's all right. I'll put in B. It's not a great card, but it's certainly worth running occasionally. Next we got yeah, I think Clevelet at B is okay. Boss, I'll put at S, obviously, and while we're there, I'll put Research at S. Yeah, I feel like these are like obviously the 2 best supporters in the game from this block. There's some other good supporters as well, but um, they're very good. Next, we got what? Deidre? What even? Dendra? Who's this? Put a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. If you do, draw till you have 5. Yeah, no, this one's not good. I'll put it in D, I suppose. Maybe it doesn't deserve to be in D, but I'm gonna leave it there. Faulkner's honestly all right. I'll put it at top of C. It's draw 4 with a stadium in play, which is decent. But as I said, people aren't really looking for draw 4. Giacomo, I'll put in B as well. I'll put it at the top of B. It's a decent energy disruption support, discarding a special energy attached to each opponent's Pokemon. Although most of the time that's just not that useful. To get it off of all of them, getting it off of one is fine. So yeah, I'd say B is pretty fine. Oh, I forgot about Iona. That's also S tier. I'll put it below research, I guess. But yeah, Iron is very good. Shuffle draw, discard draw, gust. That's pretty much what they are. And Iron also has disruption. Let's see. Grusha is, I think, a draw up to 5, but then it's draw only to 7 if you have no energy in play. It's a little awkward, but I don't hate putting it at B. Honestly, I'll put it like middle of B. And bottom of B. That's probably fine. And then Rika. Rika is new, right? Presumably it's not in English, so it should be new. Rika, that is Rika. Okay, I was like, is it right? Yeah. Look at the top 4. Put 2 in your hand, shuffle the other 2, and put them on the bottom. I don't hate this. I'll put it at B as well. It'll barely squeak its way into there. Pneumonia is not good. I feel like it doesn't. I'll put in F. It's like directly outclassed by other cards, so it's bad. Jack starts for 2 evolutions. Honestly, I'm gonna move Giacomo up. I clicked the wrong. Where was Faulkner? It's Faulkner here, I think. I'll move Giacomo up 1. Jack is where's Jack? Jack? I'll put Jack in A. It's just for 2 evolutions, which can include like EXs. It's actually pretty useful in certain decks. So I'll put it in A. It's maybe a bit of a stretch. Saguaro, I don't even know what this one is. Choose. That's a choose to your Pokemon heal 50 from each. It's okay. I'll put it in C, I suppose. Like where I'm messing this up. There we go. Penny is certainly an easy A tier card, allowing you to scoop up a basic and put it back in your hand. I'll put it below Arvin, I suppose, but it's a pretty solid supporter for specifically controlled by some other decks as well. Katie is shuffle draw 8, but then your turn ends. It's obviously not good. I'll put it in D. It's not pure trash, but it's not good. Oh, Judge also. Judge is also S tier. I forgot that was reprinted in Scarlet and Violet. It's more disruption. It's a little bit worse draw, but better disruption early game. And better draw late game. It's good, I suppose. Youngster shuffle draw 5 is probably going to end up in C. It's not great shuffle draw, but it is shuffle draw. Miriam is easily A tier. I'll put it just above. Honestly, I'll put it between Giovanni's and Giacomo. Miriam, it's a draw 3, and then like it's recover up to 5 Pokemon from your discard into your deck, and then you draw 3. It's in my opinion, a very good card. Obviously, it's situational. Let's look at these other supporters. So we got Sada's Vitality, or no, we got to a scenario. Put a Pokemon attached. Oh, what? No, it's put a Pokemon back into your hand, discard the cards attached. I'd say it's worse than Penny most of the time, but I'll still leave it in the A tier. They're pretty similar cards. Sada's Vitality is actually very good. Choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon, attach a basic energy from discard pile to each of them, and then draw 3. If you attach any energy, I'll put it in the top of A. I don't think it's proven itself to be S because it hasn't done anything yet because it's not out, but in neither Japan nor internationally. So we have no proof. I mean, I've played against it and like seen stuff, but it's not out yet. But it's still good. It's situational as well, or it's only in certain decks. Then we got I've lost Tulip. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired today. So this is like Nessa for Psychic, recovered 4 9 combination of Psychic and Basic Psychic Pokemon and Basic Psychic Energy. It's B, I suppose. It's not that good, but it's okay. The Mela is like a recover. It's a like a recovery acceleration card, kind of like Sada's, except it's like worse because it's only fire. They're knocked out. It's not garbage. It's B, I suppose, but not great. What even like are some of these cards? I'll put it here. But yeah, here is my tier list. Tell me what you think down below. If you enjoyed it, or if you didn't enjoy it, like the video, subscribe. No, but with subscribing, it's free. You can always undo it. So there's no reason not to do it. You'll get some guaranteed value out of it. So, and I do too, right? But yeah, it's a great way to support me if you want to do that. And also you can share the video if you want. That's fine. That's useful. I don't think it's very common, but I know it happens some. And also check the community tab as well. I have some stuff going on there. You can check my Discord. Discord generally isn't too active, but if you want to ask me something there, that's a very solid way to do that. In addition to the comments. So yeah, I'll be doing some more content on Scarlet and Violet and the new set as well soon. But I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'm excited to see you next time.